Ladies and gentlemen, this story is just as ignorant and despicable as any story I've done, because this is another story where this mother, which is a circumstance of the story, this mother put her own personal feelings ahead of the needs of her own child, to the point to where the individual that you see on my screen was allowed to murder her child because she wanted to be in a relationship with that grisly looking creature of a man. Okay? Now, this couple has been arrested in Florida. So Florida takes another L. Take your L, Florida. Take your L. Been arrested in Florida on suspicion of child abuse resulting in death after the body of a 5-year-old boy was found in Colorado mountains last week, about a month after authorities believed that he was beaten to death in Texas. I'm already confused. So they were arrested in Florida. So Florida takes an L. They found the boy's body in Colorado. So Colorado takes an L. And he was beaten to death in Texas. So technically, my state of Texas takes an L. The remains of Dominique Patrick Aguilar-Acevedo, and I could not find this boy's picture, so I'm sorry I can't pay respects to him. But Dominique Acevedo was discovered last Wednesday in a deep ravine near Frazier, according to an arrest warrant filed in Bexar County, Texas. According to the complaint, the boy's mother, Nicole, let me see if I can get her crackhead face back up on the screen. There you go, cracky. Right there. The mother, Christina Aguilar, 25 years old, told authorities that her boyfriend by the name of Danielle, or I say Danielle, he do look like a girl though, Daniel Garcia, 26 years old, on July 24th, threw the boy against a wall in a hotel room in San Antonio, and he started to vomit a black and brown liquid substance. Again, another hotel, another boyfriend, and let me guess, I'm pretty sure that a bathtub is going to probably come up in here somewhere, or somehow the boy was standing on something and he fell off and hit his head. I'm sure something like that's going to come up in this story, right? Let's continue. Aguilar said she stood by, the mother, stood by and did nothing to stop Garcia from hurting her child because she was too eager to be in a relationship. That's according to the document reported by the CBS Denver News, not my words. She was eager to be in a relationship with that that individual. The following day, Aguilar said she and Garcia left the hotel without formally checking out. They drove to Colorado, camped near Rocky Mountain National Park, and buried her son's lifeless body near their campsite, according to the warrant. The boyfriend does not have a DNA tie to this man. He didn't give a crap about the kid. I can only understand that to a certain extent. And I've also told you guys, and I know people tried to debate me in the comment section when I said that you don't feel the same way. The feeling is different when you have DNA tied up in a child. And no man can ever love a child that is not his DNA as opposed to his own DNA child. The love and the feelings and the emotion is completely different. And I know people say that you can love a child even if it's not your own child. You can love it the same way Your actions can be the same way, but your feelings are not the same as if you create life yourself. I'm trying to tell y'all it's different because I come from a perspective from a man who dated women who had kids pretty early on in my early dating life compared to when I turned 24 years old and then I became a father. The feeling is different. The way you look at this kid is different. The way you treat the kid is different. The emotion, the attachment, everything is just different. You become a different person. You are not the same person when you become an actual DNA parent. I'm not saying that you can't attempt to give that child the same things, but it is different. But the mother, for her to just watch her own, a child that she intentionally had with some other man, lay down and allowed this man to provide her his seed. She carried this seed for 9 months. It germinated into a child, gave birth, went through the labor, kept the child, and then allowed this man to just treat her child like it wasn't nothing. To me, the mother is worse. The dude already wasn't nothing, but the mother is worse. Oh, wait. Anyway, the couple then drove to South Mexico. So Mexico, I guess, takes an L too, I guess. They drove to South Mexico and then made their way to Costa Rica. So Costa Rica takes an L too. They're just wow. Like, how did they get to move around that much? Anyway, Aguilar, whatever his name is, allegedly later told her mother what had happened to Dominique, and then her mother contacted San Antonio police and the FBI, the document said. So good for her. Good for her. On August the 25th, Aguilar and her mother led FBI agents to a remote campsite in Colorado where Dominique's body was found in a ravine. And you guys can see that they had these people out there that had to jump all the way down that ravine to bring this boy's body back up. That is just incredibly sad. According to the document, the child's remains, still clad in the same clothing he had on the day that he died, were exposed to the elements and animal activity for nearly a month. Rain, I'm assuming. Dirt, wind, I'm assuming. And animals probably started to eat at this child's body. I know that probably turned some of y'all's stomach. It said elements and animal activity for a month. The final results of Dominique's autopsy is still pending, but the examination found evidence of trauma reported by the Colorado Spring Gazette, which is the news. Aguilar and Garcia were arrested in Florida a day apart last week with the help of U.S. Marshal Service. It is unknown at this time how they ended up there or why they were there. They were probably trying to hide. During an interview with detectives, Aguilar allegedly said that she and Garcia did not report her son's death because they did not want to lose custody of their other children. Their other children. Their other children. So while they were throwing one child's body over into the ravine, where were the other children at? If they didn't want to lose custody of the other children, which to me, that makes me think that the children had to have been with them and probably witnessed everything that happened. Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. This is beyond ridiculous. According to social media posts, Aguilar has at least one other child, a daughter, who was born in September of 2017. Aguilar and Garcia are facing extradition back to Texas. So ultimately, it looks like Texas takes the L. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's take a look at the news videos. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And if you guys are watching, if y'all would do me a favor and click that thumbs up. It's like giving these children a virtual hug. To Dominique, I wish I could find a picture of this boy, but to show some respect. But let's take a look at the news videos. Let's get it.
The body of a 5-year-old boy who police say was beaten to death in Texas has been recovered right here in Colorado. CBS 4 investigator Katie Weiss is now joining us. And Katie, you found new details on this investigation.
Absolutely, Dylan. You know, jail records show the stepfather was arrested Friday and the mother was arrested late last night in Florida, where she lives. Now, this comes after the couple allegedly drove the boy's body from Texas up here to Colorado and buried him near Berthoud Pass. Now, court documents give us the eerie details about what happened. 26-year-old Daniel Garcia and 25-year-old Nicole Aguilar are behind bars in Florida after San Antonio, Texas police confirmed the two dumped Aguilar's 5-year-old son, Dominique Aguilar-Acevedo, here at Berthoud Pass. Texas court documents say Garcia allegedly beat the boy for 3 weeks. On July 24th, Garcia allegedly struck him so hard he was thrown against a wall in a room at this hotel in San Antonio, causing the boy to vomit a black and brown liquid substance. Little Dominic died hours later. The documents say surveillance video at the hotel shows Garcia carrying the boy's lifeless body out of the room and down the stairway. The two then allegedly drove to Colorado, camped out in the high country, and buried the boy's body near Berthoud Pass. A month later, Aguilar allegedly decided to tell the FBI about what happened and helped FBI agents find her son's body because she wanted to do the right thing to give him a proper burial. Aguilar allegedly told investigators she didn't report the abuse or seek medical help for her son because she, quote, was too eager to be in a relationship. The couple allegedly didn't want to report.
I need y'all to hear that again. Why did she allow this to happen?
Didn't report the abuse or seek medical help for her son because she, quote, was too eager to be in a relationship.
Babies for benefits. She did not love this kid.
Thing to give him a proper burial. Aguilar allegedly told investigators she didn't report the abuse or seek medical help for her son because she, quote, was too eager to be in a relationship. The couple allegedly didn't want to report little Dominic's death because they were worried about losing custody of their other children. Now, the Weld County coroner performed the autopsy on Dominic for Grand County, and I spoke on the phone today with Aguilar's mother, who actually encouraged her to go to the FBI. She didn't want to be interviewed, but she tells me that she still can't believe what happened and is having a hard time processing everything. Dylan?
Katie, and we'll know that you'll continue to follow this story as it develops.
Absolutely. We'll bring you all the latest on CBS 4.
Disturbing. Thanks so much. Tonight at 5, we have confirmed the case of 5-year-old's death in Texas is tied to an investigation right here in Colorado. CBS 4 investigator Katie Weiss has learned that investigators in San Antonio believe that the boy's body was found Wednesday in a remote campground on Berthoud Pass. We saw the FBI collecting evidence there on that same day. We know that the boy's mother told investigators they drove there after the boy died in a hotel in San Antonio. Nicole Aguilar and Daniel Garcia were arrested in Florida.
The body of a 5-year-old killed in Texas last month was found in the Colorado mountains this week. According to an arrest warrant, Nicole Christina Aguilar told investigators her boyfriend, Daniel Garcia, threw her son against the wall in a San Antonio hotel room, and then he started vomiting. The next day, Aguilar says they drove to Colorado, camped near Rocky Mountain National Park, and left Dominic Patrick Aguilar-Acevedo's body near their campsite. The couple then drove south to Mexico, then Costa Rica, before being arrested in Florida after Aguilar told her mother what happened and she contacted police. Katie Johnston for CBSN DFW.
And I was able to find a picture, and thank goodness for the internet, Let me show you guys a picture of the baby boy. Let's see. Let's go for... I need to sort this real quick. I want y'all to look at this baby boy. This is baby Dominique. I'm almost positive this is the correct photo. This is the baby. And I want y'all to understand that they say that he beat this boy extensively. Beat him to death. And mom, I can't understand, like, how can you watch somebody beat your creation to death? I don't understand how you're even able to do that. That's psychotic. And what did this boy do to deserve? What could he have done? Y'all look at his face. Please take a moment and look at his face. What on earth could Dominique have done so bad to his mom and to the boyfriend to deserve a death like that? He's a happy kid. He's a beautiful baby boy. I'm thankful that I was able to find the picture. Thank the internet. I don't know. I guess I just had some good luck tonight. But boy, I hope they do some awful things to him in prison. He deserves every bit of it. To the mom, I wonder if the ladies in prison are going to step up. One of the ladies in prison going to step up and show that you can't get away with doing something that heinous to a little bitty baby who can't speak for themselves nor defend themselves, and you didn't give them a chance. You sat there and just watched it. She probably enjoyed it. I wonder if the women in prison are going to step up and make her pay for what she did. Hope they put her in general population as well as the boyfriend. But I think that type of thing should be turn a blind eye to it in prison. I think it absolutely, you should just be like, hey, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't see what happened to that man when they hurt our children. I don't think anybody would feel bad if you just turn a blind eye to whatever happens to those two assholes. I found a couple more pictures like this one. I don't know who's holding the little boy. I don't know if that's the boyfriend or the biological father. But like I said, I was able to find a couple pictures. So, I don't know, man. Like this one. Like I said, I don't know who that is. So if he don't want his identity out there, then I apologize. But to baby Dominique, young prince, R.I.P. This world failed you and you deserve so much better. With regard to your mother and boyfriend, may their souls rest in hell with the devil. I'm DJ Just J. We're the AFC, where we advocate for children first. Thank y'all so much for listening with an open mind and an open heart. And please, if y'all see something, please say something, because a lot of children's lives have been saved just because somebody picked up the phone. For Dominique's life, it was too late. But don't forget, you can report these things anonymously, but you can save a life. If you think something's wrong, call and be wrong rather than don't call and a child end up losing their life, okay? Just remember that. Be a difference. If you wonder how you become an AFC member, you become an AFC, an advocate for children, when you live it in your home, when you live it in your relationships, when you live it in your neighborhood, at your job, your community, your cities, your states. You are the living embodiment of the AFC, and we hope the world will become AFC, advocates for children. Thank you so much for listening. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and support our channel and our mission, okay? Thank y'all so much. I love you all. Have a good night. Have a good day. Peace.